Alan Parker. Sir Alan William Parker CBE 14 February 1944 to 31st July 2020 was an English filmmaker. His early career, beginning in his late teens, was spent as a copywriter and director of television advertisements. After about 10 years of filming adverts, many of which won awards for creativity, he began screenwriting and directing films. Parker was known for using a wide range of filmmaking styles and working in different genres. He directed musicals including Birdsey Malin, 1976, Fame 1980, Pink Floyd, The Wall 1982, The Commitments 1991, and Evita 1996, true story dramas including Midnight Express 1978, Mississippi Burning 1988, Come See the Paradise 1990, and Angela's Ashes 1999, family dramas including Shoot the Moon 1982, and horrors and thrillers including Angel Heart 1987 and The Life of David Gay 2003. His films won 19 BAFTA Awards, 10 Golden Globes, and 6 Academy Awards. His film Birdie was chosen by National Board of Review as one of the top 10 films of 1984 and won the Grand Prix Special Jury Prize at the 1985 Cannes Film Festival. Parker was appointed a Commander of the Order of the British Empire for his services to the British film industry and knighted in 2002. He was active in both British cinema and American cinema, along with being a founding member of the Directors Guild of Great Britain and lecturing at various film schools. In 2000, he received the Royal Photographic Society Lumiere Award for major achievements in cinematography, video, or animation. In 2013, he received the BAFTA Academy Fellowship Award, the highest honor the British Film Academy can give a filmmaker. Parker donated his personal archive to the British Film Institute's National Archive in 2015. His first job was office boy in the post room of Ogilvy and Mather, an advertising agency in London. But more than anything, he said he wanted to write and would write essays and ads when he got home after work. Parker was married twice, first to Annie Lingus from 1966 until the divorce in 1992, and then to producer Lisa Moran, to whom he was married until his death. He had 5 children, including screenwriter Nathan Parker. Parker died in London on 31st July 2020 at age 76 following a lengthy illness. Parker was nominated for 8 BAFTA Awards, 3 Golden Globes, and 2 Oscars. He was a founding member of the Directors Guild of Great Britain and lectured at film schools around the world. In 1985, the British Academy awarded him the Michael Balcon Award for Outstanding Contribution to British Cinema. Chuck Loeb. Chuck Loeb was an American jazz guitarist and a member of the groups Steps Ahead, Metro, and Fourplay. Loeb was born in Nyack, New York, near New York City. At a young age, he listened to Jimi Hendrix, Eric Clapton, Cream, Led Zeppelin, the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, and Bob Dylan. According to a 25 Jazz Times article, the first song he learned on guitar was Dylan's Like a Rolling Stone, which he would later play at a guest appearance with Dylan. He discovered jazz when he was 16 through the music of guitarist Wes Montgomery, George Benson, John McLaughlin, and Pat Martino. At that point, Loeb chose to become a musician and never thought of doing anything else. He studied with local music teachers and traveled to Philadelphia and became a student of jazz guitarist Dennis Sandol. In New York, he learned from Jim Hall. For 2 years, he attended Berklee College of Music in Boston, then left in 1976 to seek professional work in New York City. Loeb died of cancer on July 31, 2017 at the age of 61. Loeb and his wife recorded together with Questa providing vocals on his albums, their daughter Lizzie and Christina contributing vocals. Bill Russell. Bill Russell was an American professional basketball player who played as a center for the Boston Celtics of the National Basketball Association from 1956 to 1969. A five-time NBA Most Valuable Player and a 12-time NBA All-Star, he was the centerpiece of the Celtics dynasty that won 11 NBA championships during his 13-year career. Russell and Henry Richard of the National Hockey League are tied for the record of the most championships won by an athlete in the North American Sports League. Russell is widely considered to be one of the greatest basketball players of all time. He led the San Francisco Dons to two consecutive NCAA championships in 1955 and 1956, and he captained the gold medal winning U.S. national basketball team at the 1956 Summer Olympics. In addition to being a defensive specialist, Russell averaged 15.1 points per game. His rebounding, defense, and leadership made him one of the dominant players of his era. Standing at 6 feet 10 in tall with a 7 foot 4 in arm span, his shot blocking and man-to-man defense were major reasons for the Celtics' dominance during his career. Russell was equally notable for his rebounding abilities, and he led the NBA in rebounds. Russell was born on February 12, 1934 to Charles Russell and Katie Russell in West Monterey, Louisiana. Like many southern towns and cities of that time, Monterey was segregated, and the Russells often struggled with racism in their daily lives. Russell's father was once review service at a gas station until the staff had taken care of all the white customers first. When he attempted to leave and find a different station, the attendant stuck a shotgun in his face and threatened to kill him if he did not stay and wait his turn. He died on 31st July 2023. May his soul rest in peace. Robson. Bobby Robson was an English footballer and football manager. His career included periods playing for, later managing the England national team, and being a UEFA Cup-winning manager at Ipswich Town. He is widely considered to be one of the best English managers of all time. Robson's professional playing career as an inside forward spanned nearly 20 years, during which he played for three clubs: Fulham, West Bromwich Albion, and briefly Vancouver Royals. He also made 20 appearances for England, scoring 4 goals. After his playing career, he found success as both a club and international manager, winning league championships in both the Netherlands and Portugal, earning trophies in England and Spain, and taking England to the semi-finals of the 1990 FIFA World Cup, which remained the national team's best run in a World Cup since 1966 until they reached the semi-finals of the 2018 World Cup. His last management role was as mentor to the manager of the Republic of Ireland national team, while his final official club job was at boyhood club Newcastle United, whom he left in 2004. He held several managerial positions outside of England, most notably 1 year at Barcelona in 1996 to 1997, as well as stints at PSV, Sporting CP, and Porto. Bobby Robson was born in Sarkiston, County Durham, the fourth of the 5 sons of Philip and Leanne Robson. When he was a few months old, Robson's family moved to the nearby village of Langley Park, where his father was a coal miner. The 2-bedroom house had no bath and an outside toilet. As a boy, he was often taken by his father to watch Newcastle United play at St. James Park on Saturday afternoons, requiring a 34-mile round trip. Robson described Jackie Mirlam and Len Shackleton as his childhood heroes. Both played for Newcastle in the inside forward position, the position Robson would later assume during his playing career. On 31st July 2009, Robson died of lung cancer at his home in County Durham, aged 76, after a long battle with the disease. After the news of his death, leading figures from the world of football and politics paid tribute to him. Manchester United manager Sir Alex Ferguson called him a great friend, a wonderful individual, and tremendous football man. UEFA President Michael Platini said he will be remembered not only for his playing career and his outstanding managerial career at both club and international level, but also because he was a truly warm and passionate human being. Gary Lineker said, "It is a sad day and a great loss. He was a wonderful man and will be deeply missed by everybody in the country. I never played for a more enthusiastic man. He gave so much to the game." Former Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Tony Blair, described Robson as a real Geordie gentleman. According to the then Prime Minister Gordon Brown, Robson epitomised everything that is great about football in this country. Mitch Miller. Mitch Miller was an American choral conductor, record producer, record industry executive, and professional oboist. He was involved in almost all aspects of the industry, particularly as a conductor, an artist, and reporter man. Miller was one of the most influential people in American popular music during the 1950s and early 1960s, both as the head of A&R as Columbia Records and as a best-selling recording artist with an NBC television series, Sing Along with Mitch. A graduate of the Eastman School of Music of the University of Rochester in the early 1930s, Miller began his musical career as a player of the oboe and English horn, making numerous highly regraded classical and popular recordings. Mitchell William Miller was born to a Jewish family in Rochester, New York on July 4, 1911. His mother was Hinda Miller, a former seamstress, and his father, Abraham Kalman Miller, a Russian Jewish immigrant, wrought iron worker, which had four siblings, two of whom, Leon and Joseph, survived him. He attended East High School. Miller took up the oboe at first as a teenager because it was the only instrument available when he went to audition for his junior high school orchestra. Graduating from East High School, he attended the Eastman School of Music in Rochester, where he met and became a lifelong friend of Goddard Iberson, who became president of the CBS Music Group in 1956. After graduating from Eastman, Miller played with the Rochester Philharmonic Orchestra and then moved to New York City, where he was a member of the Alec Wilder Orchestra 1938-41, and occasionally later, as well as performing with David Mance, Andre Costilence, Percy Faith, George Gershwin, and Charlie Parker. He worked with Frank Sinatra on the 1946 recording of the music of Alec Wilder. Miller was married for 65 years to the former Francis Alexander, who died in 2000. They had two daughters, a son, two grandchildren, and two great-grandchildren. His son, Mike Mitchell Miller Jr., February 22, 1947, is a respected children's book illustrator who featured in several of Jack Sendak's books. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe and hit the bell icon button to stay updated. Goodbye.